Good afternoon. Welcome to Real Talk Live with Arnette D. Love. Like I said, I was coming to you today. Yes, I was a little behind because I was invited to a wedding renewal, and it was the most beautiful thing that I have seen. It was decorated well. I mean, it was just love in the air. The repast was good. Well, the reception was good, and I just enjoyed myself. So now I am with you, like I said I would be today. Now, my topic today, honey, y'all gonna tell me if I'm wrong, tell me what you think. But I want to talk about expectations, and first I want to give you a little scenario of what I've read on TikTok. Yes, I'm on TikTok, and I'm on Instagram as well. But the gentleman was on TikTok, and he made this, like this kind of, I guess it's supposed to be like a sexy video. Now, y'all know I'm 50, okay? So I'm a little old school, but the video itself has said this. I won't go 50-50 with you. I'm gonna move you in and pay all the bills. Then he says, I better not go hungry, and you're gonna take care of all of the vacations. Okay, and my response was, I guess it sounds good for some, but to me it still sounds like 50-50. My whole thing is, when I go into a relationship, okay, you're not going to put those type of stipulations on me. Neither am I going to put that stipulation on you. Now, if you volunteer to say that you're going to pay 100% of the bills, so may it be. Just know that when you can't pay all the bills, I got your back. I got your slack. But you're not going to put me making sure that all the groceries are in the refrigerator and you eating every day, and like I'm going to be cooking and slaving in payment of you paying the bills. That's not going to happen to me. You know, and it shouldn't happen to anybody, because if you're going to pay 100% of the bills, you need to make sure I eat too. Okay? Sounds to me like it won't be no going out unless the woman is taking you out. Anything extra, my impression was the woman is going to have to do it. That's not going to be me. I mean, I can't agree with that, but I can't disrespect anyone that agrees with that. That's how you live it. But that's just not how I'm going to live, and I'm not going to accept it. I wouldn't agree to anything like that. First of all, if we're making obligations and expectations in a relationship, it should be a mutual agreement. It should be me telling you that, yes, I will accept this. Yes, I think I should do this. It should be me telling you, well, if you're going to pay all the bills, I will make sure that you always have something to eat, and or we can go have on the vacation. I'm not paying. Do you know how much some vacations cost? Suppose he's talking about, so he want to go to Dubai. That's $10,000 off the rip, around that amount. You know, for plane tickets and stuff. Then you got to pay for what? You got to pay for different things when you get there. I'm not getting ready to commit myself to paying for your food and your vacations or our vacation just because you said you're going to pay the bills. You're a man. The man should provide. See, what these young people aren't seeing these days there are still women out here that do not pay bills. There are still women out here that do not pay any bills other than the ones that they make, like their clothing bills, their shoes, and extra stuff that they want. There are men still taking care of their woman. Okay, or should I say spouses still taking care of their spouses. And in return, you get that loving relationship. You got somebody that has your back, somebody that's going to push you, somebody that's going to bring you peace. I mean, that still works in 2022, and I can tell you that it's still working. And the reason that I know that it's still working is because I have friends that are in that type of relationship. My sister is in that type of relationship. My mother is in that type of relationship. Now, it's different when you on a different playing field where you have to have two incomes to live. But when the man says, listen, you can sit home and take care of the household and take care of the kids, he's not saying I'm gonna take care of all the bills and you make sure that we got food and you pay for the vacation. No, he's gonna take care of everything. And if you decide to help, so may it be. I will never allow anybody to put that stipulation on me, because see, what's gonna happen is everybody around here talking me something, that's fair, baby. That is not fair, because the first time he's hungry, he's gonna remind you who paying that mortgage or who's paying that rent. The first time that you can't take him on the vacation that he wants, he's gonna remind you that you're not putting out what he's putting out. See, it's a level of control. And see, I don't have time to teach these classes on TikTok. You know, everybody want to say why it's not fair and what other deals. Baby, that's a level of control. Do you not think someone offered that to me? Absolutely. I was told before that you don't have to work. I would supply you with this money every month, and you can take care of the house, and you can take care of it. That's the baby. That's a level of control. And so what happens when I get tired of being at home? I gotta hear, well, you don't pay no bills, or I get tired of cooking, well, you don't do nothing but stay home. And what happens then? Do not give anybody that much control over your life. I would rather give you a certain amount of money every month to make sure the bills get paid, or we put in an account every month a certain amount to ensure that the bills get paid, before I allow you to just take care of me to a point where you want to do some obligations, or you do this and I do that, quid pro quo. I'm not doing no quid pro quo in a relationship. Let's just put the money in the account and we taking care of each other. But if you're going to take care of me, baby, you're going to take care of me. If you're going to pay the bills, you're going to pay the bills, and you're going to feed me. If I decide to take us on a vacation, yeah, I'll do that. But if I need some help, I'm going to come to you and say, hey, I got this much on the vacation. Can we go half and half on it? And if you got it like that, because if you got it like that where you can pay all the bills, you should have it like that where you can actually feed me too, and you can actually help or take me on vacation. You should have it like that, because if you don't have it like that, don't go into the relationship like that. The first time he tells you he can't pay that rent and you don't have no money, you're gonna hear you don't never pay anything. All you're responsible for is the meals. All you're responsible for is a vacation, and we ain't been on a vacation yet. That stuff is gonna come back and bite you in the hind parts. I'm trying to tell y'all. I mean, you know, they call me an old mammy. Well, I'm gonna be an old mammy, but this old mammy don't have time to teach you about life on TikTok, and I'm not even gonna try. And my whole thing is to each his own. Whatever you like, I love, but I'm not going to deal with that. I'm not, just because you can't see it, just because you're not that type of man, just because you wasn't raised that way, don't mean that there are not men out there that understand that his position is to take care of his significant other, or should I say his spouse. Let me keep it real. He put a ring on it. He's to take care of his spouse. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, I done had it where people wanted to take care of me, but I know me being me, I wasn't the type of woman to be settled down, to be henpecked, to be trapped. That wasn't me. If we weren't married, you weren't doing none of that for me, and I declined it. I done had people, when computers first came out really hard and heavy, they wanted to buy me computers. I'm not going to let anybody put me in a position where they can say, I did this for you. I did this for you. No, come on, ladies. Sometimes you got to say no. And I'm just not talking to the ladies. Okay, I'm back. I'm talking on a woman's point of view. I'm talking, from a woman's point of view. You can't let anybody put you in a box, okay? And so that's my whole thing. You won't put me in a box, okay? You will not specify the relationship. That's the first problem I got. How are you going to specify how this relationship is going to be? How are you going to say that I'm going to pay all the bills, you going to pay for the food, you're going to pay for the vacations? No, I didn't agree to that. I'm not agreeing to that either. I'm not paying for all the bills. So if I don't want to cook or we don't have any food, I got to take you out that night? And we don't get out of here with that foolishness. Here, just take this $1,000, $1,500 and do what you do, baby. That's what we're going to do. Matter of fact, it sounds like with that type of arrangement, my name not even on the mortgage or the deed or the lease. That's what it sounds like, and that's not going to happen either. You're not going to be able to put me out at will. Come on, y'all. Don't, all money ain't good money. And all free is not good free. And that's what we have to remember, that when a person is laying out the law for you, think about this. Has he asked you how you feel about it? Has he asked you for your input? Or has she asked you how you feel about it? Has she asked you for your input? See, there was a time when a man, and I'm doing, from my point of view, this is my thing, transparency, my thing. There was a point in time where a man would not ask a woman to go out unless he was able to pay for the entire date. There was a time when he would save up, work and save up and take her out on every date. She didn't have to open up her pocketbook to pay for anything. Matter of fact, she dare not go to her parents and ask for anything to help with the date. Okay, so now, of course, people are going to want to say that that's old school, and it's not old school. It's not old school. It's your way of thinking, how you're being taught now. And I understand this chivalry is not really being taught anymore. A lot of people are being taught that the woman can do just what a man can do. No, that's not me. All that women's equal rights and all that stuff. Yeah, equal rights when I'm doing the same job. I agree. I need to get equal pay, because it's not about me being a woman. It's about me doing the same job. But I want the one that's going to fight to go to war. I want the one that was going to fight to go on the battlefield. No, because I want to be able to have kids. See, men can't have children. So I think in that mind, that level, when I was in the military, hold up. I still want to have kids. Do you know all that stress on your body can hinder your ability to give birth to children? All that rucksack and all that stuff. When I first went in the military, my body chemistry was messed up for weeks. I mean, I actually had a menstrual cycle for weeks, because my chemistry in my body was messed up. I don't even think my mother ever knew that. But my body chemistry was messed up. Toe up. So I wouldn't have been the one asking to go on the battlefield. I'm not trying to, I want to support you. And that's where I'll be, in the back supporting. So I'm not that woman that believe that everything that is good for the man is good for me. Don't be mad at me because I feel the way I feel. Because like I'm trying to explain to you, I still feel that men should be providers. And I still believe that there are some out there, because it's proven that they are. In my family, there definitely are. I know, I don't have a problem with having your back when you can. I think that's valuable when he needs you and I can step up and say, I got you. Okay, you don't have enough for the mortgage? I got you. You hungry? Come on, let me take you out. But for you to put that on me as a obligation, that is an issue for me. That's an issue for me. So I'm like, I can't agree with that. And as an older woman, as y'all call me a mammy, I'll be your mammy. I'm one of the prettiest mammies you'll ever see, baby. But as as an older woman, I wouldn't be doing justice if I would sit there and agree with that foolishness. That's some young people stuff. That's what y'all doing now. It doesn't have to be like that. See, what happens is when we don't make people value our worth, when we don't make people treat us in the manner that we should be treated, we start settling. And then when we start settling, okay, they think everybody else should be settling. I'm not going to settle. I'm not going to settle, and I'm not going to show you that it's okay to settle. And just because people come against my way of thinking doesn't mean I'm going to change my mind, because I am not. Ladies, I am telling you that you are worth more than somebody dictating that they're going to pay all your bills, all the house bills, and you're going to pay for the food and the vacations. By the time you finish 3 to 4 vacations a year, baby, you be done brought in a $40,000 check. You be done paid something yourself. You see what I'm saying? You be done paid something yourself. You could have helped pay the rent by the time you pay for these vacations. Sponsored on you, paying for everything. Got to pay for the eat out. You got to pay for what you're drinking. You got to pay for the hotel rooms. You got to pay for the flights and all that stuff. Add that stuff up. It's 50-50, baby. It's 50-50. Suppose y'all decide y'all going to take a Christmas vacation. You're going to go see family for Thanksgiving. You're going to go in the summertime. You're going to take 1 to 2 trips down, Florida or wherever you're going to go. You spending up about $30,000. Come on, depending on where you're going. Oh, you take one big trip overseas to go to Hawaii, or Hawaii is still part of the United States, but you go to Hawaii, like I said before, Dubai, you want to go to South Africa, that's on your dime. Now that's something we're going to share. We're going to Bermuda, we're going to the Bahamas on my dime. I'm going to pay for everything. He just going to relax. And I'll split the bills. If that's the way it has to be, I'll split the bills. Okay, so I'm like, we got to think logically. It might sound good in the beginning, but like I said, when that brother say, where's the food? I'm hungry. And you don't have no food. He going to light into your hot pots. And he's going to remind you of everything that he's been doing for you. He's going to hold your feet to the fire. Instead of it being a fact where he just said, you don't feel like cooking tonight? Well, let's go out. And you say, okay, I got it. I'll pay for it. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. I would not be trapped. And I'm going to tell y'all something about me. I'd rather be by myself than to deal with that foolishness. Like there's a saying back in the day, I can do bad by myself. I don't need no help to starve to death. Listen, I'm going to do bad by myself. You're not going to make me uncomfortable. You're not going to get me out of my comfort zone. And let me tell you something else about me. I don't know about anybody else here, because when it comes to my worth, I am very adamant about how I'm going to be treated. Don't you ever, ever, ever give me anything and then feel like you got to chase me down because you gave me something. Listen, let me tell you something. That's a good way to get you a good old lashing, a good tongue lashing. I'm going to tell you, that's the best way I can say it. That's a good way to earn yourself a good tongue lashing. Because for one thing, my mother always taught me how to be courteous. If I'm going to take something from somebody, if I'm going to receive something from somebody, you better know I'm going to be polite and at least thankful for it, okay? First of all, and I'm going to tell y'all something, that little $50, $100, $50, $150, they ain't no money to me. It's just not. I'm sorry, I'm used to more. I'm used to better. That's no money to me. I wipe my tail with $50, so I'm just going to tell y'all right now, I take $50 and spend it in 2 doggone minutes. It's nothing to me, okay? Yes, when you got to pay them bills, $50 helps, but $50 ain't no money to me. So don't send me no $50 and think you done something. because I'm already insulted because you feel like my worth is less than it's $50. Okay? And then you want to act like you done did something. You done nothing. Let me be the first to tell you, you done absolutely nothing but really pissed me off, turned me off, made me not want to be around you. That's what you did. I'm not no gold digger, but whatever I can do for myself, don't you come up here acting like you done something for me, baby. Okay? You do something for me that I can't do for myself, and maybe I'll respect you acting like you done did something. But if you're doing something for me, give me an opportunity to respond. Don't come at me all hard like you ain't done this and you. Hold on, can I count that little bit of change? Can I count that pocket change first? And then maybe I can say thank you. I mean, you know, some people act like they give you something and they have done something miraculously. Baby, you ain't done nothing I couldn't do for myself or something I couldn't do without. See, this is like I tell people, if you got to borrow $10 from me, you don't need it. You got to borrow $10 from me, just do without it. You know, because I'm the type of person is, I don't bend over backwards for nobody when it comes to me having to kiss somebody's hind parts. Okay? I'll eat out a garbage can before I beg you. I will. I'll eat out a garbage can. Or I won't eat. But I'm not going to beg. You see what I'm saying? See, if I tell you I need something, and you ignore me, so may it be. I'm not coming back. I'm not going to ask you again. I'm not going to tag you no more. Like you didn't get it the first time. You got it the first time. But guess what? You're going to come back to me. You're going to come to me for something. Because you're going to believe that I don't remember when I asked you the first time. The only time. And you're going to come to me. And that is when I'm going to remember again that this is a non-factor right here. Click up. And put you on delete mode and throw your request in the file that says 13. Okay? Because this is not a one-way street for me. Relationships are not a one-way street. A relationships of any kind is not a one-way street for me. So it's like, you would never put me in a category as a low-budget chick. And I'm not rich, but I'm wealthy. I'm wealthy here. I'm wealthy here. Okay? I'm wealthy. And I'm not afraid to be alone. I'm not afraid to be in my house watching my Netflix and chilling by my dang old self. How about that? I'm not afraid that I ain't going to be able to get no man. Because that ain't a problem with me. You know what I do? I tell people no. I tell people I don't want to be bothered. I tell people no, I'm not going to come see you. I tell people, no, this ain't going to work anymore. We're over. And why do I do that and prefer to be by myself? Because I ain't with the bull. I ain't with the garbage. I ain't with the foolishness. I ain't with the buffoonery. So I'd rather be by myself until it's somebody that I want to be around. You see what I'm saying? And so people can identify strong individuals. People can identify strong individuals, and that scares them. And what they try to do is tear them down. But you can't tear me down because I know how to ignore you. I know why you do what you do. I know why you felt like I was BSing when I said that I've had better deals than somebody telling me they're going to pay my bills and I pay for their food and vacation. That is foolery. That is some childish stuff. You a man, be a man. Provide. Provide. Or y'all come to a conclusion that you're going to put in half of what she can put in and half of what you can put in. And you're still helping each other out. You're still making a way. I don't expect no man to come and spend everything on me, his whole check, and be broke. But if you got it like that, I don't expect you to tell me, look, you just pay for the food. That ain't how it's going to go. That's no, sir. I'm not going to just pay for the food. I'll check you out when I can. Because if you got it like that, I'm going to make up for it in other ways. I'm going to be the one picking out your little clothes, maybe ironing your clothes or getting them from the cleaners or something like that. I'm going to make sure you do have something to eat. or it's cooked. I might make sure you got the little maid going on and stuff while you at work and stuff. I'll make sure the house get clean. I ain't saying I'm going to clean it. I'll make sure the food get cooked. I ain't saying I'm going to cook it. But I'm going to take care of you one way or another. And so, I mean, I have not seen so much competition in relationships. It's ridiculous. Then you say, ain't no free ride. What in the world? What in the world will you love and care about somebody? You want to take care of them. And if you can't afford to do it, don't say you're going to do it. Y'all work something else out. Am I making sense? I'm just trying to figure out if I'm making sense here. Am I making sense? If you can't afford to be the boss, you can't afford to be the boss. That's all I'm saying. If you can't afford to be the boss, you can't afford to be the boss. It's okay. It's okay. You know, so I'm like, what y'all want? You know, what y'all want? See, I know TikTok is not for older people. Really, it's not. Okay. But it's social media. So I'm going to give you my input whether you like it or not. And you can insult me, but one thing you can't do is say I'm ugly. You can't. You can call me fat, and that's fine, because I used to be a size 6, so I know how it feels to be on both ends of the spectrum. It don't matter to me. I still can get your man if I wanted to. Let me tell you something. Matter of fact, if I was nasty, when Christmas time rolled around and I ain't got no Christmas gift, I'll show y'all my doggone inboxes, and you'll see how I done turned your damn man around, or your husband, and turned him down for propositioning me. But I'm not nasty, and I want to keep hope alive and keep the families together. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to worry about me doing that. So y'all can talk about me all you want to. And don't be fooled and think people don't like thick girls, because they do, hunty. They do. They do. They really do. And so, what I'm saying is, I am not going to change. I mean, this stuff like this really pisses me off. And excuse my little 2 words I said, but you know, I'm not perfect. And nobody, and I tell y'all all the time, I'm not perfect, but it really bothers me that we will lower our standards to the point where we think it's okay for a man to tell us that he's going to pay all of our bills, and we, and you, the woman, you just put food and take care of the vacations, and you think that's a deal. You think that's cool. And if he really wanted you, all you got to do is tell him, H, no, I'm not doing it. And watch you change it up. If he really wanted you, watch you change it up. Watch you change it up. Because he see that's not going to work with you. Sally down the street might take it on, but you're not. And that is what you have to do. You want a man, and y'all know I speak male, female, and you know, nothing negative against anybody. I'm from transparency. I'm male, female. And so you want a man to respect you. You want a man to think of really hard before he want to be with you or date you. You be true to you from the beginning. Tell him no. Tell him no. Tell him what you don't agree with. Tell him what you prefer, what your expectations are, as well as listening to his expectations. Come to some kind of agreement. Come to a medium, okay? But do not cave in. Do not let him dictate how that relationship is going to be, because I can guarantee you're going to be miserable. You're going to be miserable. You're probably going to be cheating. You're going to be unhappy. You're going to be locked in because you done got yourself in a situation that you can't afford to get out, because he done trapped you in it, believing that you ain't got to spend your money on nothing. And instead of you putting your money away, waiting for that day he tell you to get out of his house, you spending like a fool. Come on, somebody. Ooh, let the church say amen. Let me tell you something. Know your worth, and always take care of yourself. And I don't care whether you're male or female. Always take care of yourself. And somebody give you an option that's just too good to be true, you better know it's too good to be true. And you better be putting your rent money that he say you ain't got to pay, or she say you ain't got to pay, you better be putting it in the doggone sunny day fund, or the rainy day fund. You better be putting it in that fund, so that when it's time for you to get gone, you can afford to get gone. Because what happens is we start depending on someone, and then we can't get gone when we need to get gone. And that's when they start to cheat, and you see other people pop up in the relationships, and you're not getting the time that they were giving you in the beginning because they got you trapped already. They got you trapped in now. You ain't going nowhere because you can't afford to go nowhere. Ain't nothing like packing somebody's clothes up and saying, get out. I know, I done it. I done it. I put that thing in a big old Glad, healthy, it was a healthy garbage bag. It was one of them black ones. Everything he owned, I dumped it in that trash bag and tied that thing on top real good to keep his clothes right. And I shot that thing outside that door. And when he got home, his bag was waiting for him to go on to his mama house. Don't play with me, play with your mama. Yeah, and didn't let him come back. And why did you do that, love? Because you didn't have my rent. You didn't have my money. I wasn't here to take care of nobody's son. Okay? You're not going to trap me, because see, if you don't nip it in the bud in the beginning, you're going to be trapped. You let them buy with it the first month, and then guess what? It's going to be the second month. And then you're still trying to catch up, because it's going to be the third month when he's going to make a payment. But you done forgot about them other 2 months that he didn't pay you. So he already 2 months in the hole. Then he pay you for 1 month, and then he start that junk all over again. No, baby. No, baby. You nip it in the bud in the first month. And see, that's what's going to happen when somebody tell you, I'm going to pay all the bills. You just have to make sure that you take care of the food and the vacation. When he's hungry and you don't have that food in that doggone house, you're going to have a problem, baby. And you just might get put out. And when he's ready to go on vacation, when he tells you that, hey, I'm taking vacation on this day and this between this time and this time, and you ain't making plans to take him on a vacation, oh, you're going to have a problem, baby. And you better know it. You're going to be put out. You're going to get put out. And guess what he's going to do? He's going to go to some other woman and give her that same proposition. And he's going to tell her that I gave it to her and she didn't want to act right. And I couldn't do anything better for her but this. And oh, blah, 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 blah. And it's going to sound so good to the other woman. And she's going to be like, I can handle that. I can do that. We can do it. We can do that. Hold on, y'all. Okay. So she gonna say, yeah, we can do that. We good with that. And she gonna do the same thing that he wants you to do, because right now it's not about love. It's about an arrangement. It's about an arrangement. See, I just told y'all before, a man has to love me. He has to love me. You can't be in a relationship with me and you can't love me. You don't love me, because I'm gonna do love. And you gotta love me. Or you're not gonna want to be with me. You cannot just be in a relationship with me for business. It cannot be just an arrangement with me. You have to love me. You do. Because I'm going to be me. I'm going to be stubborn. I'm going to be spoiled at times. I'm going to be, just like I am, bossy. I'm going to be all that stuff. And you got to be able to deal with me. You got to be able to have some tough love too with me. But you're going to get something bad. Don't think I'm soft now. But I'm just saying, I'm respectful. And when a man makes a woman, shows a woman that he's there to take care of her and provide for her, she will settle down. She will be humble. She ain't going to take a crap, but she'll be humble. She'll be respectful. She'll want to do things for you. She'll want to make sure you eat. She'll want to make sure y'all have nice vacations. But when you make it an obligation, it becomes a job. It becomes a problem. And that's what you have to be careful about. Do not let your relationship start off as a problem. Now, I know that young man didn't expect to get me commenting on his page, and I started not to, and I probably won't comment on it again. And I can see where he probably erased some of my stuff because I make a lot of sense, but you know, it's all good. When you're young, you think young. When you don't see it, you don't know it can happen. But I'm telling you right now that there are still men out here providing for their families, taking care of their families, loving their significant others enough to want to make sure that all is well in their house. And the woman is there doing the best that she can. She may make as much as he does or may not make as much as he does. And I mean, shoot, she might say, baby, let me go ahead and pay this month bills and you pay next month bills. They may even alternate. I would prefer to do that than for you to tell me that you're going to pay all the bills for me. No, you're not going to lock me. No, no, sir. No, sir. No, sir. You know, and so think about these relationships before you get into it. Everything that glitters, let me put it that way. Everything that glitters isn't gold. All money ain't good money. All free is not good. And you got to make sure that people's intentions are well. You got to make sure of that. Shoot, suppose he paying all the bills and the bills don't equate to $2,000, but oh boy, make $5,000 to $6,000 a month. Okay, so he paying $2,000 on what he would do whether you were there or not. Come on. And then you're going to pay for the food, so he's saving in food, and he probably eat about $500 worth of food a month or so himself. Not to mention if there's some kids involved, and then you got to eat. So you're already talking about over $1,000 worth of food yourself. Okay, and so then we're not talking about individual bills. We're talking about he's going to pay, let's say the mortgage maybe, you know, let's say still some mortgages out there $1,200 or rent $1,200, and then he got $800 to pay the lights, water, and all that stuff. Okay, so let's say $2,000 to $2,500. That's what he's going to pay a month for all of y'all to live. But you, on the other hand, you're going to pay for food. You're going to pay the first bill, grocery bill for you and him and maybe 2 kids. It's going to be about $1,000, $1,500. Okay, you already $1,500 into his $2,500. So you got $1,000 left to match him. Well, you're going to have to shop some more before that the end of the month. So let's put about another $300. So you done paid $1,800 already to his $2,500. Okay, and so then you got some kids going on. Guess who's going to take care of them diapers and the milk? That's going to be your job to do. Guess who's going to take care of any co-payments that's going to be your job to do, because he's paying all the house bills. That's what he told you he was going to do, and that's what he's doing. So you already equating to the $2,500 right there where he's paying already for the bills. Okay, then you got your own bills to pay. You got your car payment. He got his car payment. So y'all even there. Y'all both spending your money, but yet he probably still making about $1,200 more than you're making. Not necessarily, but possibly. But y'all already equal now. Okay, because you done took care of the food. You done took care of the kids, and you're right up there with him, because you're going to make groceries about two times a month, okay, because he probably eat, like I said, $500 alone, he probably eat, okay, so, and he probably likes steaks and all that stuff, so that's good money. And so there we go, we're equal now. That's 50-50, baby. Then you take this, he's talking about vacations. Okay, so y'all going to pay equal every month. Y'all paying an equal amount. You're paying for your car payments and any other bills that you have individually. Y'all equal out. Then, bam, time for a vacation. Coming out of your money. Coming out of your money, because you agreed to do it. So vacation time, let's say we starting off about a week's vacation, so we over $1,000 already in just hotel rooms, okay? And God forbid if you got teenagers, you got to get them their own room, okay? So you already over what he was paying for a month. Come on, somebody, add it up, baby. I ain't gonna tell you nothing that ain't correct. And so you over in the vacation, so just with the rooms, honey, you got to pay for that gas or airfare or whatever. That's your job, because you agreed to that foolishness in the beginning of the relationship. Then somebody got to make sure you eat. That be you. And so now you're paying for the food and all that stuff like that. And so you're already, that's just one vacation for the year. That's just one Vacation for the year. You're already paying more than what he's paying, because he stipulated that his stuff that he's going to pay for is for the house. And pretty much everything outside of the house, you're going to get. Okay? So think about this stuff before somebody put this stuff in your head that it's a good deal, and you got all these people not calculating all the stuff that it's a good deal. Because remember, those kids might not be his, and you definitely got to take care of them. They might not be his kids. So you take care of his kids. He's not going to take care of your kids, because he already told you that what he's going to pay for is the house stuff. That don't include your kids. Okay? So think about all this stuff. Everything free is not free, baby. Everything that sounds good is not always good. All money ain't good money, honey. And I just want you to be aware and stay alert. Okay? A person needs to love you. He needs to make sure, or she needs to make sure that you are taken care of, and they want to be a part of your upkeep and all that stuff like that, right? As well as you want to be a part of theirs. See, my perfect relationship, I'm going to tell you this, and then I'm going to let you go. My relationship dream is this. Okay, 2 types. If it's somebody that wants to take care of me, I don't want to hear about it. Don't tell me what you've done. You offered to do it. I allowed you to do it. If you need some help, I'll help you. You know, not too much, because you said you want to take care of me. I'm going to let you do that. And I'm going to go banking my money, like I said, for a rainy day. That's what I'm going to do on that end. Or I got a relationship where I know that he can't afford to just take care of me. He got other obligations that require his coins. So I'm going to, you know, let's do this. We can get an account, and we use that account just for bills, and nobody losing anything. Instead, we're still gaining half of our money, and so that we'll use the money for all your bills, and then we'll have a separate another account for our vacation. So we'll put so much in there, and when it's time to take that one vacation, because that's all we can afford, we'll take that one vacation. But yet we'll take little weekends and go out and do stuff, and maybe get a room on the weekends and have a quick vacation. And that's what we would do. You see what I'm saying? So I am versatile. I can do it either way. But what you won't do is put anything on me as far as you gonna pay this bill, this bill, this bill. You gonna pay the cable bill. Like, look, a man tell me that he got his mama paying a bill. I can't stand you already. I can't stand you already. You got your mama living with you and whatnot. You're supposed to be taking care of her. And then you tell me something, but I got her paying a bill. I can't stand you already. I want no parts of you already. Because if you couldn't afford to have her there with you, you shouldn't have her there with you. I'm not obligating my mama to pay me nothing. If my mama have to live with me, I am not obligating her to pay no bill that I would be paying if she was not there. Come on, somebody. Come on. I'm going to pay the mortgage whether she's there or not. I'm going to pay the cable bill whether she's there or not. I'm going to pay the water bill, the electric bill, whether she's there or not. I'm not getting ready to charge my mama to pay no bill. My mama the type of person that here, let me give you something. And she'll make me take it. And you know, really got to make me take it because I like pocket change. But she'll give me what she wants me to have. That's how you treat your mama. And if I see a man, they come to me telling him he done made his mama pay, get out of here. I don't want you. Got nothing for you. You and I are not compatible. You don't need to take care of your doggone mama. I know you ain't going to take care of me. All right? Y'all think about these things. Listen to what people say out of their mind, their mouths, and compute that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because the way a man treats his mother is the way he's going to treat you. And he's going to treat you worse because you are not his mother. Okay? And then, you know, when they offer you all this lovey-dovey stuff and flowers and pearls and stuff like that, think about it. Think about the consequences. Think about that, John. Start adding that stuff up. Get you some paper and add that stuff up and realize that that is some crap what he's talking about. Listen, thank you so much for joining Real Talk Live with Arnette D. Love. May God bless you real good until we shall meet again. Take care. He loves you. I love you. Make sure you love yourself. You can love on somebody else. Take care.